remember hitting them all. I was broke, now I'm rich, deep, salty. I've been ballin'. Now why me ball on it? Now why me ball on it? Yeah. Now why me ball on it? Now why me ball on it? Yeah, yeah. Woo! Bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out, bring 'em out. It's hard to yell when the in your mouth. Come on. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Yeah. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out. Hey. Bring 'em out, bring 'em out.
VIP coming live from the VIP. Heard the nightlife, lost life without me. Most feds in the state wanna see by me. The whole city got pissed, heard he got 3. That other rapper got it, but shouted he not me. Who set the city on fire soon as he got free? The king back now, don't even know how to act now. Hit the club, hit.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL playoffs brings us to chilly, but of course sold out GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Third of 3 games to finish up this Sunday. We might save the best for last. And off we go here in the wild card round. And he returns this to the 22. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On play action, it's Mahomes. Well, this one complete. It's Rashee Rice. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
A give right side for Pacheco. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Pacheco. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 47. Now Mahomes sees something. He'll change the play. Running left to give to Pacheco. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That good for 19 and a first down.
And this is what you want to do in the first half of a playoff game. Get the running game established. He was a big part of their run to a division title, so they're going to rely on him to carry a heavy load here in the playoffs. He rips off a nice run there.
They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play.
You know when I could tell this was going to end really badly? When he launched himself behind the line and made a beeline for the ball carrier. You get one of those tackling machines in the middle on your trail, things are normally ending pretty quickly.
Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Over the middle, complete. That's Rice. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. And now they'll shift things around. And the play clock about to expire. Andy Reid notices it and takes a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. We ain't giving up nothing to check. 53 is the mic. 53 is the mic. Quarterback, don't get nervous. Yellow. We ain't beginning to turn you up. Don't get nervous. Mike, 53.
To throw, it's Mahomes. That is caught, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know at this point they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. Pacheco. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1. Pacheco once more. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Chiefs will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by Butker is on target. And it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. A first carry here for Kalg.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
On second down, here's Kalg. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's third down.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
Third down and 13. To throw, here's Nix. Got a man. It's the rookie out of the third round. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is Nix.
Flushed out right.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the first down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Now it's Nix. They'll set up the screen for Kalg. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing Nix.
Flush to his right.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. Here's Nix. And a quick throw here that's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A big play there on the catch and run. And the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs.
You have to ask the question, where was the help? Because it's a little surprising to me that he'd find that much room to run this close to the end zone. He doesn't quite get there, but he sets his guys up with a 1st and goal.
1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Oh, they'll let the tight end Ingram run with it. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Evan Ingram, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos are an extra point away now from tying this ball game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Mahomes going to change things up. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Mahomes. That'll be caught by Rice. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Pacheco gets it and tries the left side. Taken down at the 42.
He did have the touchdown run earlier, but not a heck of a lot more than that throughout this game.
No, not at all. In fact, I would say that this defense has done as good of a job on him as they have on any runner in recent memory. Second and 7. Now here's Mahomes. Being chased out left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, I can spin this negatively as he just got back to the line of scrimmage. But when you really analyze it, he took away a big play for the defense, made it an uneventful run because he avoided a sack and didn't lose yardage.
Now they'll change things up. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A lot of tough routes to try and cover. When you see a runner come out of the backfield and run this angle route, looks like they're going to the flat, and then they put their foot in the ground and cut back sharply inside. Not easily covered, and then when they catch it, good momentum built up by them as well.
And able to pick up the 1st. Mahomes now on 1st down. Short throw hauled in by Kelsey. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 3. Here's Pacheco headed right. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Here's Mahomes to throw. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Headed straight, it's Pacheco. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
Give him 2 yards. That sets him up 1st and goal.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go for a touchdown. But the runs that really make it work are the ones where you just get what you need, right? And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
Let's see what you got.
They'll run here with Pacheco. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chiefs will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Butker on for the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone. Could potentially tie this game up. Nix on 1st down. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. This is Smith with a grab. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Here's 2nd and 10. Back to the air with Nix. He finds his man, complete. That's Reed. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Man, that is one fearless wide receiver right there because he knows he's going to take a shot, and he did. That's one of those situations where you know you're going to feel it one way or the other, so you might as well hang on to it, and he does for good yardage.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Nix to the air. Forced out to his left. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chiefs are going to get the football here at their own 23. He got out of the... pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he delivered, they were all over him in the secondary and came up with the interception.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they'll have time for one play. That's it. 3 seconds to go before intermission. Final shot before the half from Mahomes. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And able to get this out to the 25. Open man right side is Ingram. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Well, as a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. In motion right goes Reed. On the draw, it's Nwangu. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Chris Jones on the stop.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Reed. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll make it 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Well, I think after that run, the defense getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Third and 2. Here's Nix. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talked about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't he?
He really does. And I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame. And anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle to show him this is what that time is, just what you're talking about, training him to understand this is the amount you have. Make sure the ball's gone. Didn't happen in this case.
And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Now Patrick going to change the play. Pacheco gets it again on second down. 3 yards on the gain. They're going to need to do better on this next play. It'll be 3rd and 12.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 4th down. Butker's kick here is good, and they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the fumble recovery had him set up in ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
Reed going to bring it out of the end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. They'll go right back to the Nwangwu. And he's stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Mims in motion left. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He finds his man complete. It's Reed. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
Couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round 1 here in the AFC. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. They'll set up the screen for Nwangwu. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
Now a 2nd and 2. Now a give running left is Nwangwu. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
On 1st down, they'll run with Nwangwu. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line. 2nd and 4, they could still get a 1st down without scoring. To throw is Nix. Buying time. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Bo Nix, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Broncos have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. Well, time to let those folks know who are tuning in looking for the late local news. We may be a moment because we've got a game again.
And partner, except for those on the West Coast where it'll be seen in its regular time, right? That's the way it works, doesn't it? But how about that? Big-time drive right there. If they're going to have any chance, they needed a touchdown there, and they went right down the field and worked their way into the end zone.
Extra point up and through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here first down. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 73 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory, right at the 40. Now Mahomes going to shift him around. And now an audible here into something else. On first down, they go back to Pacheco. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, you know they had a third down play on standby just in case, but he says no need with that carry. Runs like that will continually earn him more work in this and future contests.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. Dre Greenlaw in there on the tackle. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's a 2nd down and 9. Mahomes now to throw. Dancing to his left. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
Nice job escaping the pocket. And boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
But kicker's kick here is good. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
This is 1st and 10. First play's a run with Nwangu. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Nix. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
Oh, and this is a touchdown or bust drive, and that will definitely help their cause. What a time to come up with a play like that. And now, plenty of time to try and finish this drive in the end zone and take the lead.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
He'll look to throw.
Drops this off with Nwangu.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Now 2nd and 4.
They'll look to throw.
That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
He's back to throw. Steps away to his left.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a nonstop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
Back to throw. And he will find his man Sutton. That's complete. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown.
And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Back to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Well, these corners, I tell you, they've done excellent work all game long.
They remind me of guys in the past who just said, hey, throw it out here 100 times. Nothing good is going to happen. And if you throw it in the wrong place, I'll take it the other way.
Second down, goal to go. Again, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And this is caught. Touchdown. And now they're an extra point away from winning this thing in the final seconds.
Well, that's the one they had to have. Put them in a position where they're tied up, but I got to get out of the way. We still got an extra point that's pretty crucial.
That's right. Just one more element to complete the victory. A very important extra point there, up and good. And that might be enough to win them the football game as they now take the lead in the final seconds. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. Here's 1st and 10. When Mahomes sees something, he'll change the play. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's 1st down. Now they'll change things around before the snap. Mahomes. That ball caught. It's Rice. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Mahomes to throw it. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Broncos have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get past the wild card round. Well, they just got past the wild card round.
How about that, being able to put the big check marks up in the locker room, right? Yeah, you know, get to the wild card game. Check. Got that done. Win a wild card game. Big check. Now you've got to go ahead and set your sights higher. There is a